Hello all and welcome to a finished tour of the Opulentia building. When I last recorded, most of this wasn't actually done. I was actually still on the second floor, but I've, as you can see, finished the whole thing and changed a few things, especially on the outside since then. And I'll give us a little rundown of the changes, which will be noticeable right away actually. Right here is of course the front door. It's a little bit more well, less empty right now. It's more plants and a bit more adornments added to the whole mix. And this is a long hallway which does have a lot of plants of course as well. Just sprinting as far as the game can say this is sprinting, but alright. And coming up to the rear side of the underground, which will link up to our mine on the production map. And right here is well, the underground section, and through these doors is where the underground will be. And we'll proceed towards the first floor. Make sure to capture all these roofs because I did miss them in a previous video. Let's see, right here is of course the courtyard, and going all the way up to the third floor. Not much has really changed in that regard, but figured I'd show it anyway. Right here is one of the first fake roofs. Coming up is a little bit of a change because before I did have granite, but I've figured the shale was actually more appropriate, and it does give a bit of contrast. So this is the main hall. I've changed a little bit up there, and of course the windows are a little bit different because they too were basalt, and now they are all shale. Right here is of course the courtroom, and a little bit change around the fireplace. Here is of course the courtroom. Coming up into a hallway, we'll go through one of these for the tour because that way we can actually get the full experience without having to backtrack too much. And as you can see, these are the fake ceilings, and they are have these 2x2 blocks, and then a bit of a raised area. Right here is of course another set with the new fireplace encasing. A little bit of turbines because, well, these all these lights together are quite heavy on the power draw. It's about 40 kilowatts, so we do need quite a bit of turbines. Of course, here's the ballot box again, into the hallway, making sure to capture that part of the ceiling as well. And into another ballot box, and another of these fake ceilings. And over here we have a little bit a different aspect. This is one of the four corner stairs, and entering into another sitting area with yet another fake ceiling, and one of these connecting hallways, a little bit smaller in terms of this little area right here. And of course the lighting, and there is the executive office for one-time actions for the government, just conducted in this area right here. And we have another sitting area, a little bit of a statue right there, and of course a little different fake ceiling. And right here is the balcony. This will look into a similar sort of hill, except for a desert, once done in the production server. Right here is another fake ceiling. It's a little bit of a theme, but I figured you realize that by now. And here is a government office for elected titles, which in our case means the president, which is me, and the finance minister, which is NN Mike in our case, for the dwarfs, and Domkrist, which is the name of our capital. And let's see, now we go to the administrative heart of our city, which is here the Census Bureau, which is where all the demographics are housed, and here is a map which houses the districts on the actual server. Then coming up are another rear end of the corner staircases, and another of these sitting areas with fake ceiling. And right here is the Board of Elections, which holds the election process, which will determine who can vote and who can run for our offices, which in our case are of course the dwarfs, because we are separate from the elven faction. And come up right here is a staircase that just walking around so that I cover all the area right here. And going up to the second floor, it's a little bit of a planned action. And right here we have one of the libraries, and of course the ceiling right here. And then we have a sitting area which looks up, well, looks down on the main hall right here. A few statues, and of course a little bit of a fountain, and a secluded area where people can of course sit down. And we go from here up to the other areas, which is of course one of the dining areas, and this too has a regular pattern for the fake ceilings. I've made sure that they are very regular, but they can be different depending on the room, of course, so that's why I make sure to cover them all. And coming up here is another area, which is where the toilets are for the kitchen staff, so to speak. And right here is the upper area, which is one of the 4 corner stairs. And of course a few statues, and another sitting area with an elaborate fireplace design. And yeah, yet again, of course the fake ceilings. And from here we go all the way over here with another kitchen area, washing area with washing machines, and a bit of a table. And right here we have the toilet. Yeah, toilet, and of course also the ceilings, which usually are having these 2x2, and these are of course a 1x2. And then we go all the way back to the staircase, which will lead us to the 3rd and 4th floors. Go to the kitchen, and here the dining area. Coming up here is of course the staircase, and a little bit of a column. And right here we have the Hall of Heroes, as I've come to name it, which is where in the ultimate build will be the Nachtwacht, which is of course a Rembrandt painting, which will be around this area right here. and on all these walls will be the names of everyone who contributed in some way or another to the whole build, so that they can of course be immortalized and their legacy preserved for everyone who ever either goes here or on the production server of course, or who wants to visit this area on single player once I've made the map available for download. And this is of course the fake ceilings, and this is the 1x2. There is 1 and 1 right here. A bit of a fountain, and of course the same on the other side. And then we get the long hallway, which will crisscross through in a moment. Then we have another bathroom. And here we have one of 4 libraries, which can be considered the archives of the palace, which are all the laws and history and all that would otherwise be recorded. And over here we have one of the sitting areas, which are adjacent to one of the new kitchens, and where people of course can also sit, and where personnel can eat and relax a little bit. And from here go through a little bit towards another of these archives, and from here we have another bathroom, and of course ceiling. And here is another bit of plant action with heliconia. This is a camas bulb, pineapple, fireweed, and dwarf willow. And this is a receiving area, because this will lead towards the throne room, which has a little bit of a placeholder right now, but because there will be a modded throne, but for now this will have to suffice. And of course here is the most elaborate roof I've done so far, which leads up to the Campanile up above, and we'll get up there later. And right here is one of the bedrooms for the royal family, so to speak. And right here is another one of these. Then we proceed past the fountain, another receiving area with of course the fireplaces, and another bit of plants, and the long hallway. And from there we need to go through it all. Because they're symmetrical, these rooms are identical to the ones on the other side, as you can see. And from here we go through another bit of decor and sitting area, which of course mirrored right here, and another of these fake ceilings. And from here, well, we came right where we started, so let's go to the final 4th floor. And, it's closed off on this side, but we'll get through the other side soon enough. Here's another bit of benches, if people want to sit a little bit less comfortable. And here's of course more sitting space, in case it was needed. Of course here's another bathroom, and these are all bedrooms, and these ones do have a separate bath, toilets, and washing facilities. And well, basically it's this one also has a washing facility, but the next few won't be. just to have a little bit of variation, of course, in the rooms, which is mirrored between this one and the previous one. This is, of course, a set of bedrooms and bath fountains. Then we get another set of beds, which do, of course, have washing facilities. And from here, we have another bedroom, which is, of course, a sitting area in case people want to retreat there. And yeah, the ceiling right here. And from here we have a bit of plants with a pineapple and fireweed that go through this upper area into the atrium, which is where well, the upper area is of the throne room, which is of course right there. And from here we go through it all to the other side, and well, this is basically a mirror of the exact opposite side. And well, these bedrooms are exactly the same, so we'll back off a little bit and show you the Campanile, which is of course the bell tower in the original build, and originally there was also a statue right around this area, but unfortunately that's not possible with the current stuff. And right here we have the roof with the chimneys and the attic, and of course the upper area right here, which is the roof for the main hall. And unfortunately we do not have corner pieces for ramps, because that is why this is a little awkward. But otherwise, yeah, this is pretty much the finished build right here. And we'll, to finish off, we'll pass through here for the attic, which isn't really something special because it's not otherwise accessible, but yeah, this is the interior, which is directly beneath the roof, which goes all the way around up until right here, up till the other side. And yeah, the pattern is a little bit off right here, but this is where the patterns for the underlying floors are. And of course there's a little bit of a chimney here and there. Of course cannot be helped, but usually you don't really see this unless you fly in single player. So this is almost the end of the tour. I hope, of course, that you enjoyed it, and for those of us who are building it, I hope this covers everything, and that we can, of course, build everything. And yeah, this is actually a bit of a block I missed, I think, but no matter. This will suffice. And yeah, this is actually the tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on the server so that we can create this in its entirety using legitimate means on the production server. I'll leave a link in the description for our Discord, so that if you want to help us create it, then of course you can always join us. You can always use the extra hands, because well, to give you a little bit of an idea, this reaches into the tens of thousands of ashlar blocks, and of course that doesn't build itself, so yeah, we can always use more people to make this into a reality. And yeah, and of course, if you have any questions or if you want to join for other projects, there are always room for that. And I hope to see you next time, but it will probably be a while. because yeah, I'm not quite sure what my next project will be, but for now my attention will be on making this a reality on the production server, and making sure we have the beautiful capital it deserves, and of course with the Renaissance or neoclassic style intact across the board. And until next time.